Hey, welcome back everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Z Review. Of course, special edition Z Review. Back to the Future Collection Part 2. Now, I hope you enjoyed Part 1. I certainly did. I enjoyed filming that and I can't wait to show you even more of my collection. Now, as I say in the last video, this is about to get crazy. I thought I showed quite a bit in Part 1, but in Part 2 there's even more. And I would say potentially even more in Part 3. Who knows, you just have to wait and see. But anyway, let's get into it. Again, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. And please give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoy the content as well. Again, all support is very much appreciated. So let's get into it. So this part of the video, as you can see, is kind of like my open stuff / some stuff in display. So you've got the Lego DeLorean of Marty and Doc right there. You've got the Marty Dimensions pack. You've got the Doc Brown part of the Dimensions pack. And behind them, you can see the DeLorean and of course the train just back there. Then you've got the Marty and Doc right at the back there. And they're part of the money boxes, but they're little versions of them. I'll get to in a second. You've got Marty and Doc Brickheads. The Marty and Doc Pop Funkos. A Back to the Future 3 DeLorean toy car. Then we've got over here Marty and DeLorean Pop Funko. Marty on the DeLorean, of course, just there. And then Marty on the hoverboard from number 2. Then you've got Doc Brown, a very experimental style, which I quite liked as well. Really cool Pop Funko. Marty Mcfly money box. And of course the Doc Brown money box as well. And as I say, they're the big versions of essentially those guys right there. Let's show you more of the collection. So, to start with, I've got a Back to the Future DVD. Now, this was given inside of kind of like a monthly subscription DVD article. I'm sorry if the like glares a little bit there, guys. But this was given on there. It is essentially just a copy of the DVD, but still pretty cool promotional item. So that's what I've got. And again, you might see me flicking from this side to this side, collection this side, put to this side. Yeah, you already know. I've got Back to the Future Part 3 soundtrack. And I've got Back to the Future Part 2 soundtrack on CD, of course. I've got Part 1 on soundtrack as well. Then I've got a trilogy CD soundtrack as well. Pretty darn cool. And this one was a little bit pricey, but it's a Back to the Future Special Edition CD. And as you can see, kind of like on the track listing right there, there's quite a lot of songs to that. Especially a bit more of an improvised version of essentially number 1 soundtrack. That's what it is. But it's still pretty cool. Again, it is quite pricey, so it is sealed. And I do plan to keep it that way unless I maybe can obtain a second one quite cheap. I'll certainly give it a listen. Or worst case is there's Spotify, there's YouTube, etc. You know. Now, anyway, let's see what I've got next. So, I've got a pack of 4, all separate. I've got Biff Tannen. I've got Marty Mcfly. George McFly. And Doc Brown. So, these were all part of a little mini-series. Of course, you would have seen in Part 1, I had the Marty with the Einstein. Of course, Einstein didn't come with these ones, so it's just these 4 guys, but I have all of them 4. All of them in sealed packages. Sorry if I, again, can't talk. I am still not doing too well at the moment, so please bear with me. That is the George McFly opened. I've got Marty, Doc, Biff somewhere, and you'll probably see this throughout the video. But anyway, I've got ZZ Top vinyl from Part 3, song Double Back. I've got Back to the Future Part 2 on vinyl as well. I've got Back to the Future Part 1 on vinyl too. And I've also got a... Now, I bought this from eBay, but it says it was apparently a Korean release. Back to the Future 1 vinyl. Now, I'm not entirely too sure what that's all about. But either way, it's a green cover, which I've never seen before. It is pretty cool. And of course, it does have all like the track listings on there as well. But yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. And I thought, well, it's something certainly a little bit different and stuck out to me when I was purchasing that item. So I was like, yeah, why not? Add it to the collection. I've got a Save the Clock Tower kind of flyer. No, it's not the real one. I wish it was. But this was from Secret Cinema back in 2014 or 15 when that was on in London. A special event. I can talk about that a little bit more as well in later videos. But that is essentially a flyer from there. Some more comics for you guys. Back to the Future one right there. Some more essentially adding to yesterday's video, which I obviously shot for part 1, but now I'm shooting part 2 early for release next week. Another Enchantment Under the Sea dance. Time Served part 1. This is a sticker sheet, so it's not a comic, but sticker sheet, so you can make your own essentially Lego versions of the Back to the Future characters. Tales from the Time Train. Marty and Doc kind of pop Funko style, quite cool cover. Then Time Served part 4. We'll see if we've got part 2 and 3 here. Tales from the Time Train again, just a variant cover. That's a pretty cool cover as well. Very basic, just very basic. Shows you how to draw the image, I guess, in a sense. Whereas other ones are obviously colourful artwork being processed via computer, etc. Additional advertisement for that was on Saturday morning at CBS, the animated series at the time. And that is it for about the comics in this issue anyway. I've got a Huey Lewis, Power of Love. I think it's like kind of like a mini vinyl. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Huge fan of Huey Lewis in the news. We've got Back to the Future 2 Tops box, which is pretty cool. I didn't actually manage to collect the whole series, obviously, back then when it was first released. However, I do have right here a sealed 88 cards plus 11 stickers top trumps right there. So that is pretty cool. So I've got the whole series. This is an article from the Sun newspaper back in 2014. Shows obviously Marty and DeLorean right there. Saying about DeLorean's time travels, are they going to ever exist? I hope so, because being honest with you, traffic in cars is an absolute nightmare. Who wants to wait in that? It's very dull, it's very boring. You just want to get to the place you're going, that's it. So please bring us a flying car, essentially a DeLorean. That would be amazing. I've also got a Back to the Future kind of US airline ticket, which was, I don't know, association with Universal Studios when they had the ride, of course. Just on the back of there, essentially says, fill in this form, put it into this slip. Job's done on the airlines back then. I really wish I had one of those back then and actually kind of kept it, but I did actually buy that on eBay as well. Also part of my Michael J. Fox collection is Michael J. Fox when he covered the Rolling Stones when he was returning to doing the Michael J. Fox show as well, which was, of course, a couple of years ago. Another one of why he's back. Well, why do you think he's back? He's a legend. Come on, man. Everyone knows that by now. I've got Back to the Future, the story book. Pretty cool. Apparently someone bought this in Oxfam for $1.99. Did my bit for charity, guys. That's all I'm saying. Starburst, Back to the Future 3 cover. Official collector's edition. Apparently a souvenir magazine. Back to the Future. Free Michael J. Fox poster. No, I don't have that on my wall before anyone puts in the comment section down below. But it is still in there. I've got a Good Housekeeping. So Michael J. Fox doing housekeeping. I know his wife cooks food and stuff, and she does like kind of like a cooking program on an Instagram channel and stuff like that. I don't necessarily know why he's on Good Housekeeping, but either way, he was on a magazine. I thought I'll have to buy it. I've also got very rare Back to the Future sticker album, which was produced by Panini, and at the time the stickers were only 20 pence. I mean, nowadays it's like 50-60 pence. It's a rip-off, but still pretty cool. That is complete as well. No, I didn't collect it. Again, I bought it, but it's because when a lot of this stuff came out originally, obviously this came out in around 1985 and kind of that time period, and I was born in 1990, so you know, by the time that came out, I was probably 2-year-old. My mum wasn't going to know I was going to love Back to the Future this much as I do now, you know. So, Back to the Future annual as well, covering a couple of the films. Also got a sports almanac, just notebook, just completely empty. You can write in your own stuff. Seen this at a couple of like Comic Cons, end up buying one. Pretty cool. This was bought in, I believe, W.H. Smith. It's like a 1985 DVD, of course, covers like Back to the Future and other stuff in that year, but obviously Back to the Future sticks out for myself. Another Huey Lewis Power to Love kind of vinyl. A Back to the Future 25th Anniversary Reissue DVD. A 1985 CD enclosed chart, which includes 20 hits. Am I going to listen to them hits? No. But still, Marty Mcfly was on Back to the Future, so of course I had to buy it. Now, a couple of books for you guys. Back to the Future Part 3. Back to the Future 1. And of course Part 2. Now, of course, that Part 3 is a different cover to the one I showed you guys in Part 1 as well. Different cover, so both different ones. What else have we got for you guys? We've got upcoming now a couple of Back to the Future mini-mates. So, of course, Marty McFly and Biff Tannen. Well, Old Man Biff. And again, another mini-mate pack. Marty and George from 1955. Of course, leading up to the Enchantment Under the Sea dance. Of course, well, again, talking of the Enchantment Under the Sea dance, Marty and Lorraine. And then I've got a Return to Hill Valley 1985. And obviously, you know, it started off the kind of 1985 whereas Marty, George, Biff when he's cleaning the car, you know. So a couple of packs of mini mates right there. I've also got a Back to the Future mini skateboard as well. Another mini mates pack of the 25th anniversary of Back to the Future, of course. Doc, Marty, is that Biff as well? And Principal Strickland. Yeah, it is. It's on the back, guys. I didn't read it. I'm sorry. But yeah, I've got that there. I've got a limited edition Back to the Future coin as well. That was bought from Zavi. It is numbered. I'm not too sure what number that one is, but it's limited of 5,000 worldwide. So I have got 2 of the silver ones, and I also have 1 gold. That is the second silver one. The gold one is here somewhere, but in the meantime, this is part of the Brick Loot case that I don't know if I showed you guys yesterday, but yeah, so you got like some Lego kind of Back to the Future Sports Almanac, kind of like little tiles there. Again, the light stick where you can light up the USB, you can build off the Flux Capacitor. This was like a little serial kind of book. I didn't collect them all, but I've got number 3, 4, and 5. Just essentially tells you a bit about the film. These were included in serials in the UK a little while ago. It's pretty cool to have them. Back to the Future 2 phone card from Japan. So that's pretty cool. Back to the Future bookmark and film seller. Now it says it's got a certificate of authenticity on the back. Don't know how real that is, but I will just end up using probably as just a bookmark for my books. I've got a Hollywood on Wheels DeLorean. Never really seen this before. It was on eBay. Again, a lot of stuff is that I've bought. But it's still pretty cool, and I don't know how popular these were. It looks as if they were maybe part of like a magazine subscription back then. Either way, still pretty cool. I have never used this. I may do one day when I have my own place, but of course, as I said in the last kind of video, I live at home at the moment. Back to the Future Part 2 silicon tray, and you can use as ice cubes. I mean, it'd be pretty cool. Or chocolate, I guess, as well. You got like out of time, you got different shapes as well. It's pretty cool. Never used it yet, but it's still an awesome item. These 4 things were part of a McDonald's giveaway. So essentially you buy a Happy Meal, you get a Back to the Future toy. There was 4 of them. I've got all 4 right there, of course. I've got a Back to the Future 3 audio tape soundtrack. Another Back to the Future phone card. Part 3 that time. Pretty cool. I love the artwork on those ones. I've got here a... this is fairly new release as well. Biff Tannen style playing cards, which are pretty cool. Got 2 packs. Probably will open one and use one as well. But yeah, got those ones. I think they're around $5.99, $6.99. It's not too bad. This is the gold version of the coin that I was talking about just beforehand. And they're actually only limited to 1,000 as well. So pretty awesome that I've got one of those. Back to the Future 2 video game, Sega style, going retro. Why not? This review is essentially retro as well of this stuff. This is part of the Secret Cinema Greetings from Hill Valley postcard. If you want to send that to someone, of course I'm not going to. But yeah, got that. This is the Marty, Doc, and Biff from those sealed figurines that I showed you guys beforehand. So that's those. This is a Back to the Future box, but inside is a DeLorean, and you can pull Back to Speed Forward, part of Universal Studios. Back to the Future 1 cassette tape. A Back to the Future cassette software game. I'm not entirely too sure, but I've got that. That's pretty cool. Action hoverboard, of course, DeLorean and the police car. I showed you the other kind of big version in part 1. Inside of here is a Back to the Future pin, and you get a Back to the Future box, which is pretty cool. I'm not too sure if anyone's going to want to try this or not, but this one is a Back to the Future 2 kind of tops cards. You got 9 cards, 1 sticker, and 1 bubblegum. I mean, come on. Who's going to want to try that bubblegum? I think it's over like 10-year-old, that. Don't even want to think about it. I've got a Back to the Future DeLorean right there. Hot Wheels. A different kind of style DeLorean again from Hot Wheels, but it says there the 81 DeLorean DMC 12. Bit of a different colour as well, a darker grey, which I actually quite like. That's pretty cool. Back to the Future 3 Spectrum game as well. As you can see right on the bottom of that, the graphics. Obviously back then that was probably amazing. Nowadays obviously it's awful, but still it's retro. It's Back to the Future, of course, had to add it in. Another Back to the Future 2 game as well. You have to flip it on that side to see it up correctly. I've got a Back to the Future Elite 1 Hot Wheels DeLorean right there. I've got the Toonstar vinyl figure Marty and Doc. A Back to the Future DeLorean pin badge. A Back to the Future wallet. I do have one of these opens and I do currently use one, but I've got one sealed as well. This is pretty cool again for my own home when that comes. A Back to the Future DeLorean Christmas tree ornament, which is awesome. Why is there not more stuff like this around? There's more novelty things kind of like this. People would buy them all. Who, you know, by all means, yeah, Christmas is traditional and you have your baubles. But if you have something like that you can maybe get, like, say if these were like £1 each, but there was a series like this where maybe like the Knight Rider car or the Ecto 1 from Ghostbusters, that would be awesome. And lastly, not least, in Back to the Future Flux capacitor watch. And I think as the hours go by, these little things light up as well. I'm not entirely too sure. I've never tried it. But it is awesome. Travelling through time watch. Thank you for watching, guys. This has been the Z Review. Again, I am not signing out on these Back to the Future collection videos. I am flying out. See you guys.